Alright, looks like we are live. Let's get this Windows set up. Sorry, guys. All right. Oh, my camera's messed up. Hold on a second. Let's attempt to fix this. There we go. Looks like my bitrate is being weird again. Hopefully that's not continue to be an issue. I may have to reset my router or something. Oops. There we go. All right. So I'm going to kind of try to finish up this exterior today, and then potentially move on to the facade for the back side of this structure. Grab some of that stuff. I think I'm gonna need another one here. I'll attach it to there for now. Okay, so I'm gonna duplicate this over and then probably make a couple minor tweaks to make it look a little bit different. Hey Zugan, how's it going? Oh shoot, hold on. That was not what I wanted to do, because this, I forgot, is actually part of the entire well, that's not ideal. Hey Cacao, how's it going? Just another day in paradise? Yeah, I hear you. I got my music too loud in my ears. Oops. We need to fix that too. Hold on a second. We will detach that and duplicate it. I'm going to slide this one down. Whoops. And duplicate it. There we go. And let's get the material back on this. And fix the hole I created. Okay, so that is better. And I duplicated that part, but I forgot to duplicate the other part, of course. Always something. What? How far did I have this one protruding? I forget. 3. Okay. I'm just trying to remember the scales and stuff I was doing the other day. Okay, so that is 1, and basically the second line. Oops, let's select that. Oops. Hold on a second. Do I have that going on over here too? I do! But that wasn't smart. I'm glad I checked that, though. Alright, let's... Bring these up, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. Oops. Apparently I did not get the right selection on that one. Come on. I hate when Pro Builder does this. Like, it highlights the one, and then you click, and it's like, oh, you wanted the one that wasn't highlighted on the other mesh. It's not selected, right? Alright. That is better. Now we can delete these spaces. Let's turn off the ocean. So it likes to turn itself back on. This edge. Those now. And I'm going to play around with the structure of this one. And all this needs to be... Hold on. Do I have a height issue over here? I guess I do have a tiny issue. There we go. Hmm. Let's... These rock tunnels feel slightly different than each other. Hey, Sakai. So today I'm finishing off kind of getting the layout of the front of the Necro SK Guildhall area complete. And then if we have time, I want to start working on the back area. I'm thinking kind of a square spot in the middle with two kind of lower walkways and maybe stairways going up. But that's just the general idea. I don't know if I'll like it when I actually start building it. We shall see. How are you doing tonight? And right now I'm just kind of... I copy and pasted the other side's little cavern here. But I don't want them to be exactly the same. So I'm just kind of pushing and pulling some of these vertices to make them feel similar but not exactly the same. Good, just enjoying my day off and chores while watching you stream. Oh, nice. That sounds nice and relaxing. I look forward to a nice day off of relaxation this weekend. Last, like, week or two I've had, like, doctor's appointments for my kids, or last week we kind of preemptively celebrated my birthday, my son's birthday, and both my brother and my sister's birthday. There's a lot of October birthdays in my family, so we did a whole bunch of fun activities, but that was my normal, like, kind of chill and veg day, so my body is definitely feeling it today, or not today, but like all week. Hey Chess, how's it going? Happy birthdays all around. Thank you. Yeah, mine is actually this Sunday. It's my actual birthday. Which means I have to look up the actual date, but it's probably about a year. Sometime this week was the exact year anniversary of me being fully onboarded onto the team and getting access to the actual game files. Because it was the same week as my birthday. So I remember being like, yay, hey guys, how's it doing? Or how's it going? I won't be around this weekend. Excuse me. Hey, Trip, how's it going? Whew, man. Said I am definitely feeling the lack of just like a relaxing day where I just kind of lay around and watch documentaries or something. I'm doing pretty well. Minus this allergy cough. But other than that, I am doing pretty good. Come on, select the mesh I'm trying to select. Exposing the edge. I was dangerously close there until I noticed it. Huzzah, live stream. These development streams from all of you, I always look forward to. Hey, C-Charts. How's it going? I'm glad you guys enjoy them. Find some entertainment from them, and hopefully you guys learn some stuff. In the process. Oh, I did that to the... I fixed the one side after I duplicated it, and I didn't fix this one, so let's fix this one. Grab these roof faces. And get this out. Now there's something funky. Is there? Hold on. Yes, there is something funky going on. There we go. I've been enjoying them so much that I might start playing EverQuest to get the feel of it. Oh, you totally should. Well, you know, P99 or live. P99 will give you more of a feel for kind of what we're going for, but both of them are enjoyable experiences. Slightly different, but definitely both have some enjoyment to be had. But great game. I mean, you're never gonna have me not recommend EverQuest to somebody. In fact, I was probably annoying about recommending it to friends and stuff at one point. Hey Stoic, how's it going? I've never played EverQuest. I don't even know there was a difference. Oh yeah, there's... So you have the live servers, which, you know, if you go to like Daybreak's site or EverQuest.com, you can play. And then those technically have multiple types. So there's like just the live servers, which are the ones that have been running since, you know, the game came out in '99. And then they have TLPs, which come out like once every year in like May. And there's usually some sort of like thematic flair to the rule set for those, but they'll start at like the classic expansions, and then every couple months they'll roll out a new expansion, so you can kind of like progressively evolve with the with the server releases, or the expansion releases. And then the biggest difference is TLPs are way faster in terms of the progress speed, because the expansions didn't come out every like 2 to 3 months when the game was, or when they when they came out like I think once every 6 months or something at the peak of churning out new content. And then P99 is a community built emulation of what it was like, or maybe not community built, a team built it, but it's an emulation of what it was like back in the classic through Kuna, or through Valius expansions, before AAs were a thing, and they shrunk the world with the Nexus portals and POK books and stuff. So those are your 3 different types of servers, I guess, that are out there. And then, I mean, there's all sorts of emulated servers too that you can play with all sorts of different crazy rule sets. Let's see. P99 is great, but getting into WoW Classic due to friends. I had debated doing WoW Classic when it first came out, and then I heard about like the lines to do quests, and I was like, oh, I'll pass. I did start playing Turtle WoW for a little bit there, but excuse me, I just don't have enough time to really like dive into any MMOs, unfortunately. Like, I started playing the TLP, got to the 40 level cap on Vaniki? Was that it? Vaniki server? And then was in a raiding guild and was able to get the first achievement for killing CT at level 40. But then I just couldn't keep up. I just didn't have enough time to play, so I just kind of stopped playing. But that guild was crazy. Like, we dropped all of Kale at level 40. Heal this geo so I don't have to remodel it all. So I'll leave the... No, I'll bring this. Okay. And detach that. These edges. Hold on. I'm probably should be paying attention to chat a little bit. It's very much so. I got back into hold on. Wow. Yeah, P99 is free. Setting it up is a pain, but it's worth it. Very much so. I got back to it every so often. Nothing like it. There's a guide on the forums to set it up, and once it's set up, it's not. Yeah, the setup the first time is a little weird. But it's not terrible. Damn, that's a lot to take in. I don't know what's the funnest. I'll secretly been making, class icons for M&M in my spare time. Nice. Zukin, it was you that had mocked up some class icon ideas, wasn't it? Or was it Goblin? I feel like it was you. Could be wrong though. That was months ago at this point. Okay, well that's still the okay. That's I thought it was you. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So come on. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. I'm in the middle of 5, and then I've got 2 more. So that's the center. Yep, I should have just looked up there, because I already did that. Can you tell it's been a long week? Okay, let's try to line this up so I can do both of these at once. That'd be great. Actually, does it even make sense to make a window on this side? No, it really doesn't. So this side is going to get deleted. Because you're just going to have a window that looks at a cliff wall. Maybe this is a bigger tower. Maybe this gets 2 windows. Just going to completely screw up the window I just did. Oh, shoot. Well, screwed that up. Those were the ones I wanted. Nope. Pro Builder, you drive me crazy sometimes. Alright, there we go. Honestly, some of the classes I'm a little unsure for their icon. I'd like to see them. Which are the most unsure? I can try to tackle those instead. Since we're more confident about the others, I've only done the cleric and the shaman. You want to see the shaman one? Alright, so let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. That is a mess. Okay, that is better. Okay. Yeah, it's ugly. Let's fix that. Did I merge those? Apparently I did. Let's get this. We'll select the ring. Oops, that was not what I wanted. Nope, ring. Activate and duplicate. It's probably better to line them up tier-wise. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it would have to be there. I'm gonna make my life a lot easier, and I'm just gonna get rid of these interior walls that I made, because they're just getting in the way. Come on, select the one that you were highlighted on. Is that really that hard to do? There we go. Oops. No, we'll do it this way. Just in case I want to put that ledge on this one too. Alright. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm not paying attention to chat. Let's see. Maybe Druid, Mage, and Spellblade. DMU, Lemzukin, the two that are done. I'm curious what you had in mind. And possibly Cleric. I have a hand. Excuse me. That would kind of light effect, so I don't know if that's too boring. Sent you on Discord. On the topic of Night City, what will the main factions in city be, and what will their relations to each other be? There are factions, but we haven't publicly disclosed those yet, so I will not be the one doing that. But there are factions, and they will definitely have a part to play in the city. Sean and I had a really cool discussion just before he went off for his camping trip. And I don't know if what we were kind of playing around with will actually be what we do, but we were talking about some cool stuff, so we will see how involved the factions are. But so I won't spill the beans, but I will give you guys a tease, I guess, there. Alright, so let's attach this. Go forward. Rotate this. Zero it out. Of course. Oops, did I not duplicate that? Why are you not duplicating? What the hell? Oh, it is duplicating. Oh, that's awesome. How many of these did I just make? Okay, we're good. Okay. Oops. That definitely needs to be moved over there. And we are going to throw the grid back on the seats. How do you go about designing the different sizes for the race? Some doors for the Necropolis seem fairly small. You excuse me. You would expect bigger races to have to rely on a shrink tap mechanic. So the scale of the human doors are large enough to let ogres in most cases. But what I did was I long ago did a bunch of scale tests. And then I don't have any ogre sized places in here yet, but I do have some like gnome and halfling sized ones. So you can see the gnome and halfling ones are much smaller. They're still fairly large for the size of our gnomes, because our gnomes are actually fairly tiny. I got another structure over here as well. That's more like gnomish size. Humans definitely need to shrink to get into these. Same with oh, actually, when we have ducking, humans might be able to get in there. But ogres definitely would need to shrink. But so the scale of the doors was a little smaller initially, but there was a little kind of interaction with our camera that like the camera would basically just kind of bounce off of it, and it didn't feel right. So I raised it up, I think either half a meter or a quarter of a meter, something like that, just to kind of get rid of that that interaction with the camera that we didn't like the feel of. So a lot of it comes down to, you know, to how does it feel, as opposed to is it the right scale, like dimension wise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. And one of my, oops, I'm hitting the wrong direction. That's why I'm not doing that right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. One of my initial passes on the gnome structure, when I was trying to do it a little bit more realistic scale to them, felt way too small. You'd have to go back and look at like one of the really early VODs. I couldn't tell you which one, but I'm pretty sure it'd be on YouTube. But I did play with it on stream, and the whatchamacallits, the gnomish structures felt almost like brownie size. They were really cute and really tiny, but it just didn't hit the mark like for what we wanted. So I scaled it up probably about 50%, something like that. Honestly, I don't remember the exact amount. It might have been 2 meters to 3 meters. So yeah, about 50% increase. But again, I don't remember 100% because that was probably almost a year ago. But then, you know, as we've gotten the race models in, adjustments had to get made as well. Just because, well, initially our gnomes were very tiny. They were like, is there a spot up here? Oh, no, there's not, but hold on a second. I just noticed an issue. Of course, I don't have any place that's going to be like nice and flush up against a 1 meter mark line. But anyways, so if this is, you know, this is 1 meter, they were like just over half a meter. They were super tiny, which was adorable and hilarious, but was causing all kinds of geo issues. And then when they shrunk, oh my goodness, they were so tiny. They were getting, when they were shrunk, when they were that scale, they were getting into geo I never imagined any race being able to get into. Like they were getting through the bars of like the prison windows. If you go back and watch some of my old VODs, I jumped through some prison windows at some point on one of them, to illustrate how hilarious it was. Are you able to talk about the different races will be regarded in Night Harbor? Will my troll necromancer be KOS? That's awesome. Would love to see that. So Night Harbor itself is a primarily human city. I don't want to get too into like what me and Sean were talking about. That could, if we do go that route, everybody will have sections that they don't want to go to. Actually, no, regardless, there's gonna be sections that you don't want to go to. Like the bends over here is gonna be a combat zone. There's eventually going to be little patches of ruins and paths and stuff underneath the cities that are going to have encounter spaces. There's already a couple little like ruffian encounters and stuff around in the city. So everybody will be KOS to some stuff. But you'll definitely be able to, you know, like mess up a faction and get yourself KOS. But again, this is the only city we have in the POC, and also just kind of how we have it set up right now is the city itself is kind of a neutral city. So, you know, you'll be able to see lots of different races, but you won't necessarily, it won't be like, they might not all be like equally represented, in terms of, you know, how often you see them. Because again, the city itself is a human city and run by humans. Oh, nope. Looks like I need to stop playing my music. So I'm just gonna throw on a temporary texture for now. Oops, I guess I can delete that. That's awesome. Would love to see it. I probably should just highlight the whole thing. Hold on. No, I'll highlight the whole... No, not yet. Let me finish the interior. Started getting ahead of myself. I almost forgot. I have another level down here. Do I want to do the same windows? Also, these windows probably should be a little higher. Can I? No, I cannot. they go up to here, they're going to be touching the ceiling. So let's do this. And then do this. Be slightly shorter. There we go. Do I want to do something like... maybe I'll just leave it just the upper windows. This can just be a room. Okay, so if that's going to be the case, let's finish this interior. Oops. Really could have merged this earlier, but whatever. Okay. Sounds good. Delete that floor. Extrude a floor off of this. The reason I'm doing that is just so that there won't be any seam. Because I can just select that and group them, and now no seam. I can always, you know, if we decide, hey, we want to do, when we're doing like an art pass, we can always throw another edge loop there and plop like a almost like a trim right there to separate them if we really wanted to, but I don't think that's really going to be necessary. Alright, so let's select all that material, we'll apply that, we'll apply color, scale it up, and then we'll select this, and we will make that what I'm using as the ground cobblestone. I should have done that to the other side before I did that, but oh well. And we will apply that color. Oops, I undid deleting those. And we'll extrude those. I don't know. I'm gonna leave it for now, but I feel like I might. Some... I love how Pro Builder, when loop and ring, just there's no logic to what you're selecting. It's a 50-50 gamble. So I was kind of playing around with that green light, similar to the one that's somewhere up in the sky right now, kind of casting a green haze on everything. Kind of almost want to play around with like making a particle effect of like kind of almost like a ghostly face with like some ribbon type effects kind of just swirling around up here. I might try playing around with that at some point. Okay, so we've got this one. I'll duplicate this. And old one. And then we just got to extrude out our floors so they're seamless with the good parts. I don't know if it's just today or I just have the volume up, but your mic is a little fuzzy. Huh. I wonder if it's the fan, although I still have the sound suppression on. I wonder... Huh. I'll have to play around with it again off stream and see if something like got changed. Because my Streamlabs likes to change stuff on me all the time for no apparent reason. Hold on. This one has a issue? Uh-oh. Did I did. Alright, so that means I probably did that over here too. Yes, I did. I grabbed the whole thing I wanted to grab. Just the lower part. Alright. So let's extrude this. Good. Yeah, that should be good. Oops. That again. This is one of those times where, like, it's probably about the same amount of time to copy, paste, move it. And mirror it to throw color on there. It's looking pretty good. I don't know what I want to do with this back part, though. That's the problem. Oh yeah, maybe it's the noise suppression. I don't know. That tends to distort some sound. Yeah, the original time that I had the suppression on, everyone started complaining that it sounded like I was talking in a fishbowl. So this one hasn't had that effect. So it's better than the noise reduction that I was using for sure. But definitely probably not optimal at the same time. Yeah, I need to figure something out for that. Maybe. I like the overall shape, but it needs more like ornamentation to kind of match the front part. I just don't know what I want to do. If the back part is the same color as the front, it'll blend in. Yep, that's why I kind of pushed that back. Otherwise, I could do it with lighting too, but a subtle darker color will work. Now, these aren't probably going to be the actual colors or the actual texture, because this isn't really a sandstone. This is more like an Adobe plaster loam. But it does let me play with color, so I can kind of get it closer to the color range. Looking good. Hey, John, how's it going? I am doing pretty well. Reminds you of Kranos a little bit? Here's the question. Although, I'm going to start, because these all have shadows on, so they don't cause weird lighting issues everywhere. I have a huge feeling I'm going to hop into this in a second, and I'm going to start getting max shadow count or issues. And then, oops, hold on. Did I not? Oh, I did. I just never attached it. So let's fix that. Let's go. Actually, they're over here. Let's do this one first. That didn't look like it did what I wanted it to do. There we go. I had highlighted something else I did not want to merge. Did it again. This other one over here. You like the green lighting? I don't know. It's something about spooky green lighting. My grandmother had one of those little like ceramic haunted houses with the green light. I don't know. Something about that light just brings me back to like my childhood and Halloween and spookiness. I actually have it. It sits in my my living room. Because I am definitely one of those people that has my Halloween decorations up all year. Not that my house is all Halloween decorations, but there's a lot of Star Wars and Halloween decor in my living room. And a Ranger 1.5 epic on my wall. Ah! I must have something weird selected. Oh, hey Nordan, how's it going? The bright colored lighting definitely gives old school vibes. Show me the Heartwood blade right now, Paytas. I said right now. I would, but it is currently screwed up onto my wall. So it's not coming down without me getting a screw and a whatchamacallit. But actually, hold on. Hold on. I might be able to find it in Discord. Although you guys post a lot of stuff too in the community content, so it's really buried up there at this point. Which is awesome, by the way. That was not a dig at you guys by any means. So, didn't turn out quite as good as I wanted. Like, it's a little rough because I wasn't able to really sand in the groove very well. I was using my Dremel, but like it was melting the plastic, so it wasn't like smoothing out nice and neatly. And then doing it by hand was taking forever, but looks pretty good. What I want to eventually do, because I use my my FDM printer for that, I want to print it on my resin printer, and then like glue it all together, because it'll just be much cleaner. I'll get more detail out of it, and then excuse me, after I print it, like do like an epoxy resin casting of that, so it's just one big solid piece. Need to embed some fake emerald stone on the crossguard. There is. It didn't work quite like I wanted it to. Hold on, let me bring it back. There is a stone. I actually printed it off in UV reactive filament. I couldn't get it to fit in there perfectly, and I was running out of time to complete it. I probably should have just finished it. But I ended up cutting it in two and sticking them in from both sides. I tried to do it where I just kind of like pushed it through, almost like a metal pin. And if it had been a pin, because it would have been solid UV plastic all the way through, I could have backlit it with a UV light. But I didn't do that, and I cut it off, and now it doesn't glow when I backlight it, so I'm a little sad, but oh well. I heard resin printers are a lot of upkeep. More so than the FDM for sure. I've gone through a bunch. Granted, I went through a bunch of them when I first got it because I was learning it. I haven't used it in a bit, but I went through a bunch of the filaments just because I was not doing stuff properly, I guess. But it definitely gets a lot more detail. And there is an open seam. Yeah, definitely gets a lot more detail. The resin, though, is very fragile. And it's very brittle. Compared to like PLA. So, especially if it's something small, if you drop it, it is going to shatter. Or chip in some way. Shatter might be a little extreme, but... Oh, what the hell happened here? Oh, you know what? I started that, and I never finished that. Hold on. I don't even know if we want that room there. I forgot I even started that. I'm gonna leave that there. I'll think if I really want to put a room there or not. Because I've already kind of fulfilled all of the areas we need for this spot. Let's see. got it lit up. That's dope looking in any case. Very cool. Well, next step is to learn blacksmithing to make a real one. Honestly, I'm half tempted after watching so many of those like casting videos to someday, again, after I've done the clean resin one, like do a metal casting of it. But that also requires a couple $100 worth of equipment, because I do not have a little smelting, like a propane smelter thing. Let's take a look and run around now that we have all these spaces. I also don't have the space to do that at my current spot. Although my parents don't live too far from here. I could probably do it at their place. I've done some blacksmithing. It takes serious effort to get good. I didn't stick with it. Oh yeah, I can imagine that's definitely a time and effort thing. I've never actually blacksmithed. I've done some glass blowing. Same thing. It takes a decent amount of time to get really good at it, but it's a lot of fun. I seriously debated doing it as a major, because I really did enjoy it. But I took a couple electives in it when I was in college. Oh, you know, this is the first time. Ali just made a new login server setup, so I don't know if I'm having an issue logging into it. I haven't tried it yet. I just thought about that. Is anybody else saying they have an issue? No. We'll wait a couple more minutes, or not a couple more minutes, but we'll wait a little bit longer, and if it doesn't load in, I guess we won't be running around. Starting to feel like that might be the case. I've been banned. Uh-oh. That's even... Unity's locked up. Yeah, classically break stuff and then go to bed. Yeah, that totally locked up my Unity. Oh, good thing I saved. I've got a... Yep, it froze. Let's try that one more time. I saved, but did I make it chunkier? Not yet. Although I feel like it has that area has a decent amount of chunkiness already. The Morgue and the Alchemist area are probably the ones that need the most TLC. Alright. Fingers crossed. Fire's still moving. Nope, that's straight up freezes it, and I'm not even getting like warnings down here. Okay, so I guess we won't be running around in the game tonight. New login server. It's probably like I need to change something in my login settings now. And I just don't have it set that way. But yeah, definitely am not getting into that anytime soon. Oop, we need to bring these into our level. So what are those? Those are... Okay. Now, all the stairs, it looks like, need to be brought into it. Let's move the lights before I bring everything else in. And let's load the rest of the scene. This is the login for public test. Locks up before anyone can get in. Okay, let me give you guys all a login server right now so you guys can log in with me. Just all stare at the whatchamacallit. I just feel like the interior should be like that. Actually, this is way easier to do it this way. 9, 8. Just fly around and select one plane on every surface. It's a really funky camera movement. Oops, forgot that one. Oh, and apparently that one. Hold it, what the heck? Like half these things I had selected weren't selected. What the hell? Oh, that's annoying. Start again. Okay, that was all. That's all good. That's all good. That is not. So now, select by that, and we'll just group them together. And get rid of any scenes for now. Sun, thank you for the prime. 2 months. Appreciate it. Actually, hold on. No, game's already loading. Forget, I'm on my workstation, and it loads stuff a lot faster than my laptop I have for work. Wooden boards? Is this the one I want? Yes. Can't tell if that's a scale I want. Hold on, let's look at this. That is right. Cool. Let's do the same thing over here. Oops, hold on. Somehow I clicked through that. Just trying to make sure the wood grain's going in the right direction. For anybody who's never done texturing with wood, generally the wood grain goes along a beam as opposed to across it. Oh shoot, I didn't, hold on, I never merged all these ones. No! It's not what I wanted to do. That was what I wanted to do. Oops. Make it all the way to the last click, and then misclick. Classic. That's a lot of planes. Yeah, yeah, it was. Alright. Nope, not save as. Save. Terrible. Eventually, I'll probably just model these, or bring one over into Maya and then fix the UVs and then just relay it out. We'll just leave the rest of it like this for now. Let me just put this on there for now. I think eventually I'm thinking maybe statues or something on these. But there's nothing lore-wise on what those would be, so I need to talk to Sean and Ham to see what they think would be good here. And like I mentioned before, I almost want to try doing a little like kind of wispy ghosts kind of, or like spirits kind of floating around right there. I think that would be kind of cool, especially if we keep the green lights. But I don't know, maybe that's too much. Green spirits would be cool. Maybe some EQOA style mist too. Yeah, I definitely want to lean into the eerie kind of Petra feel over here. You know, and kind of carry it throughout here as well. Obviously, you know, I've mentioned this before, this area is going to be more of a kind of a market theme. Let me grab the scale. Can't remember any more of these not scaled properly. Yes. And then over here we're gonna have an inn, and these walls need to be like given a better mountain-like treatment, or not a mountain, but like a cavernous-like treatment. But that'll come in the future. Okay, so fairly happy with where this is landed for an initial pass. Need to figure out what I want to do with this backdrop part. And then this will have actually I've got banners. It'd help if I remember what I named them. Taboo. I do not, however, have like little beams designed for this. But I know these. And I know these are also not orange. Hold on. It's supposed to be black. Can I select this? Oh, these aren't Pro Builder. Damn it. Hold on. Don't know if the vertex painting is gonna work with this stuff. Yeah, the vertex painting from Polybrush does not give the same color that, like, using the vertex color from Pro Builder uses. I do not know why. But those are gonna... I need to create the heraldry for these. I know what it's supposed to be for this one. It's supposed to be a cracked golden skull with a gold trim. Whoop! That was not what I wanted to do. It's so weird. Oh no, it's Pro Builder meshes just seem to deal with it better. That's weird. I'll have to look into that. It's one of my... Being more of an Unreal person, I don't have that issue. So I'm not sure what what is causing it to conflict in here. But let's move over to this area and at least kind of... I'm probably not gonna get this whole... Oops, let's get out of that. There we go. Probably not gonna get too far with this, but I do want to at least get it kind of started. I think I'm actually gonna end up moving this cave over here. Like so. And I'm sure yep, I just broke this. Whoop. Let me not fall with that. Oh my god, what is that? Just so many pieces. Gold accents would be kind of cool. Maybe gold sensor suspended from gold chain. Yeah, gold definitely is one of the colors we're looking for with the heraldry. So I think doing some gold accents and stuff. Whoa, what the heck happened over here? It looks like I hit subdivide or something and did not notice it. Let's just collapse all this. Because I'm going to be reducing a lot of this area anyways in terms of the final geo. But that was definitely a mistake. Like, all of this will probably be just one straight thing eventually. But this is one of those things I'll clean up easily in Maya, because I can just select the edge loop and hit delete, as opposed to sitting there merging everything down. Alright, so let's delete that. Put that back for a second, but that will eventually get deleted too. Just give myself a little bit more room. And of course, I somehow got that one vertice. Alright, let's turn our ocean back off. And we'll just block that right there. And a lot of these, you know, these tunnels and stuff will probably have other little rooms and stuff tucked off. And then some of these tombs and stuff are going to eventually have some tunnels leading to things, or you know, more space inside there that we can tuck encounters. We want a crypt dungeon in here at some point as well. So, that was not what I wanted to do. So this would actually look better here, so I'm going to have to move the canyon around a little bit. Which is also part of the reason why I gave myself that edge. But I think this canyon's going to need more geo anyways, because it's starting to get a little funky. I do kind of like the overhang. Come on. There we go. We'll delete that for now. Is it just lightning? I just wanted to saw lightning out of the corner of my eye. Oh no, that was definitely lightning. There's thunder. I was not paying attention to the weather today. I did not realize there was going to be a storm. For now. This stuff will get cleaned up later. I'm just closing it right now so that there's not a weird, like, light spill and shadows going on here. I'm going to need to do that up there as well, but I want to kind of figure out what I'm doing over here since this is what I'm actively working on before I close that off. Cause an issue that I will address just for a moment. Okay. So would this give me... Sorry, my camera's being weird. Yeah, that'll work. Because what I'm planning on doing is it'll be kind of an entrance, and there'll be like some kind of, you know, chamber, and then it'll link up to this walkway, hallway. Could even potentially have another, you know, area over here. But all of the, again, all the lower areas are kind of already hit on. So let's... I don't want this to be as tall. And I'm just kind of really roughing this in right now. I'm not going to get too far with this tonight. But I kind of want... something... it's funny seeing this in editing mode and then actually in game where it's bigger than it looks. Yeah, the perspective can really throw you off. I've had several times, granted in Unreal, because that's what I teach, where I've had students build out entire levels, and they don't listen to me. I always warn them to do this, to hop in and make sure it's at the scale you think it is. Like, make a small spot, go from there, and build out. But I've had students build, like, entire, like, levels. I had one person do it was like a spaceship interior. It was a level design class, so they weren't, like, you know, modeling everything, like, beyond just kind of gray box. But they built this entire space out, and they didn't listen to me. And they went to hit play, and the cockpit that they started in was, like, the size of their character, and they were basically stuck in the geo, and then they realized how much work they had to do to, like, get it to expand back out. And keeping everything, like, and to be able to keep things on the grid so they could keep making adjustments to it. That was a little soul crushing. Sure. Actually, I'm pretty sure it was soul crushing. Not that I'm laughing, but and I've had it the other way where students thought it was gonna be, like, you know, the size of their living room, and it was like the size of the Coliseum. So it's especially when you're first starting out, it's I think a fairly common thing to be like, oh, that's really tiny, and then you're all of a sudden like, hold it a second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, about right here is kind of like the average one story for a human. It's about 5 meters tall. I kind of want this to be... I think I'm going to delete or back up out of this before... I want something like... where it's going to have a similar feel, but only be a small little area. And then have little walkways out that you can kind of look down on, because it's like a training area. And then it's also going to have kind of a walkway above it. And there'll be more like the tombs and stuff kind of along here to keep with the Petra theme. 5 meters tall. That is the average height of all these one-story buildings. So yeah, it is definitely taller than like an actual average one-story building, but it's what feels right in the game. Anything smaller, we tried smaller initially, but with the way our camera is set up, the camera ends up hitting the ceiling and it makes everything feel really, really tight. So the interiors are about 4 meters high. And that was kind of the sweet spot where we started feeling like, all right, that's not too far off. Oops. Oh, I'm sorry, I missed your. Could they make the character smaller? You can, but it also, depending on what exactly you're working in, like template wise, it can mess up, some of the character controls and stuff like that. And it was a basic class, so, and I also had as one of the requirements that they had to build it to the scale that was at. So to actually fit the assignment, they had to actually make it to that scale. All right. I'm gonna work more on the. So I'm not gonna get too much into this building right now. I am gonna work a little bit on this. Did you give him an F? The ones I gave examples of, I don't believe I did, but I definitely have given Fs. I remember the first class I ever graded. Granted, the initials, the first school I taught at was in a really like rural small area, like a small town area. And it did not have a very good school system. But I think I failed like 45% of the students because the school had an issue with people basically showing up for the first like week or two of class to get their tuition refund checks, and then just the second the check came through, they were gone. I was warned about it when I first started, but it was still a little shocking. Is the texture for the valleys final, or is it a placeholder? This texture is one we will be using. It might get some adjustments. I've already done a an alternate version of it. But we will probably have more like obviously, you know, cliff and mountain variations. We need to create a like scree version of this. So the idea that I'm doing with the mountains is this area is probably the closest. Is the ones that are closer to the player will be modeled kind of in Pro Builder and then cleaned up. Like some of the seams and stuff can really easily be cleaned up when I do the exporting to Maya and re-import. And then these meshes that I made will be the caps. I just need to again make multiple versions. Right now where you see sand, that's going to be scree, so it's going to be like broken up rocks and stuff like that match this style. Right now it's just sand, but eventually we'll make a scree material that will kind of, you know, be broken up pieces of cliff and stuff that are falling down. But that's kind of the general idea of how I want to attack the different mountains and cliffs. That way it makes it real easy to do things like, where is it? Right over here. Like the cliff right here that goes towards Wormsbane now, or the new entrance to Wormsbane. Really love how the snake cave texture is. How the edges have definition to it. Yeah, so are you talking about this one over here to I think I need to fix a couple spots. Yeah, I still need to fix a couple spots because like this doesn't line up. But what I've been trying to do is snap floors to walls, and that method allows me to do that. Because if you go and you look at some of the old EQ, like the classic zones, hold on. Let me bring up. So, for instance, let's go to Lower Guck. Where am I? That's live side. Yeah, okay, over here. So, a lot of these, like, whoop, I hate the camera speed in this. I really need just to download the Lantern viewer. I think they have better controls. But anyways, all these kind of jagged bits and stuff, everything kind of lines up with those edges, and the same thing goes for exterior zones. Ooh, that was a big one. Let's go to like high. Where's high pass? Anyways, we'll go to high keep. Maybe that will show me. It's gonna go to high pass. No, that's not a exit. But anyways, you can see, like, you know, the ground and stuff lines up with the walls in most of the places in the classic zones. And then, you know, you have like these little kind of bits and stuff like that, which I'm recreating. But there's always some sort of little, you know, the edges all line up with the geo. So I'm trying my best, and I'm not doing it everywhere, but most places I'm trying my best to make sure all of those are kind of linked up nicely to kind of keep that classic feeling. and having these lower mountains be done in Pro Builder, you can see I can snap it so you get these nice crisp edges. There is, like I said, inside here, there's still a couple places I got to fix. But it works pretty well. And it kind of, again, keeps that kind of classic look. Alright. I think I'm gonna probably call it a night here. But I do want to... Did I already close that up? Yes, I already closed that. This obviously needs to get, like, better edge flow at some point, but I will worry about that another time. Because right now, I'm just caring about the sun casting funky shadows. If someone's running around being like, why is the sun shining through this face? I have to play around with these cliffs a bit. And then build out this. And then put a temple here. Actually, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to copy this temple. Hold on. There we go. Copy this. I'm just going to move it over here because I'm going to base this off this, but I'm going to make probably some minor changes so that it is different. But I at least have a placeholder kind of marker for it. And then obviously I'm going to mess around with the cliff geo and stuff, make it look a little bit nicer. But I will leave that there for now. And I'm going to start wrapping up the stream. Okay. So let me fly over here since this is kind of what we were working on today, mostly. So thank you everybody for hanging out. If you are new to the project and aren't familiar with it, we are making an indie MMO called Monsters and Memories. It's very influenced by the first classic generation of, or the classic first generation of MMOs, so EverQuest, Ultima Online, Asheron's Call, Dark Age of Camelot, like that era. And yeah, that first link is to our website. If you go there, you can find out all sorts of information about the games. You can see some videos, pictures, frequently asked questions and stuff like that. So check that out. If you have any questions after you check it out, feel free to hop into our Discord. All of the devs are in the Discord. Feel free to ask us any questions you want. Excuse me. And we, you know, we're pretty good at answering. Also, we just have a lot of different conversations going on in there, you know, about our game, other games, all sorts of stuff. So feel free to join. Also, if you'd like to keep up to date with the game, but you don't want to join Discord, you can subscribe to our mailing list, and you'll get updates when we send them out. These are other members of the team that stream, so throw them a follow if you haven't already. You'll get a notification whenever they go live. If you'd like to get caught up on our past VODs, we have a YouTube channel. So yeah, if hop on there, you can catch up. We basically all post our VODs there, so you can get caught up. If you are watching on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that fun stuff that helps us out with the algorithm. It just helps. The more people that are doing all that stuff, the more the algorithm likes it, and the more it'll push it out to people that like, classic MMO style videos. So we appreciate that. If you are on YouTube also and you would like to join in my live chats, there should be a link to my description. There should be a link to my channel in the description below. Just click on it, throw the channel a follow. It's Paytas the Ranger, and you'll get a notification whenever I go live. Also, if you are in Discord, you can opt into stream notifications in Discord, and you'll get a notification there when any of us go live. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me tonight. I want to thank all of my channel subscribers. So thank you guys. You guys rock. If anybody subscribed today, your name will be added for next stream. Thank you guys. I will catch you guys at my next stream, which is Monday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then I'll stream normally on Wednesdays. I stream at 1 p.m. I should be doing 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next week. So I will catch you guys Monday. Have a great weekend. Later.